Hello everyone, this is a quick video on what do I do with my hideout. It's maxed the fuck out, and maybe you want to know what maxed hideout does for you. And you know what? In the next wipe, there's things I'm not going to build, I think, unless they change it. But let's just look into it. I'll just speak. Hopefully it's not a really long video. So the Scav Case, you know, a lot of people are making booze with the booze generator. You can either sell it or use it to get a tick box. But if that's a trade, you just use the tick box. You can't sell it. Either way, you can give it to them. And they give you stuff. And, you know, honestly, I haven't been making that much money on it. This is really a fucking... what is it called? I just had the word. A gamble, right? So you're going to gamble 220,000 or whatever it's worth in hopes to get something really good. And I heard you can get key cards. I don't think I've ever received one colored key card. I may have received a regular key card. But this is the latest stuff that I received from it. I mean, it's a lot of crap. Okay, a lot of like confusion here. You know, like I lost a little bit of cash here, but like if you have cash and you want to gamble, maybe in the hopes of getting something amazing, well, that's a great funnel. You can also give them holders of intelligence, which you can trade for a bunch of diaries, which doesn't cost that much. But people do the booze. I think hopefully they're looking for the rival armband, which trades for about 30 million, you know, and key cards and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be wasting my time with that next wipe. I'm not going to build it and kind of sell the booze as I make it. See if that's better. Let's talk about the other ones. What do we have here? So here, there's a lot of crafts that we can do. A lot of them are not worth it. You'll use a bunch of crafts in the hideout, by the way, to complete your missions, because it's items found in raid. Here I like to do the keg tape, because it's easy to do. You just pick up a few tapes. You buy the clean, make a keg tape, takes an hour. I used to take those, make the fleas, take the fleece, make the band-aid. Here and there, I'll always buy a clothes, a fleece, and make some band-aids, because you use the band-aids on the other table over there, the medical table. But personally, I like to use the blue fuel here instead of the brown or gray fuel. And once I have two of them, I make a case. The water filter also is going to be my primary one. So there's only 3 crafts that I like to do here. So we're going to do these, and you only need 3 bolts, 3 nuts, and 1 pair of metal scissors. Make sure that your fuel says 0 out of 60. As you can tell, they don't vanish. You can just use them. Hand them over. But make sure it's 0 out of 60, because it's going to take your 60 out of 60. Yeah, so I never make the Lucky Scav Junk Box. I don't feel like it's worth having 3 of these to make it. I just sell this case for like 300, 400,000, whatever. I think you're making money on that particular trade because you're using the fuel, right? And then you have those cans, just need a few nuts and bolts. So here, what do we have? We have some bullets, which I will sell on market. I always sell the really good bullets on market and use a grade or 2 below the best, because you'll often get them at a reduced cost. You'll pay a premium for extremely good bullets. I don't do that. I don't believe in that. And also because I shoot a lot of bullets and don't hit too many of them. I think the best one here, the best craft to do on the workbench, you have a lot to do, and you're going to use the workbench to get yourself out of some situation. You can craft some items that you may need for a quest, like printed circuit boards. You might need them for a quest. You might need one of these for a quest. You might need some gunpowder. maybe for a quest. But mainly I'm still going to be crafting the circuit boards. You just need one of the two parts here. It's not really hard to find either of these. But you personally, I want longer crafts because I don't like coming back here every 30-40 minutes or every game, taking stuff, recrafting, taking stuff, recrafting. I did that because I wanted to get some skills in the hideout management. I kid you not, been playing this game for 4 months straight. I have no job. And look at this. I mean, the crafting hideout is not even maxed out. So I'm not going to be wasting my time. No, I'm not kidding. I've been playing this game like 8 hours a day. And it's not going to. So until they changed or up the points that it give you, if it gives you 2 points per craft, maybe. And don't forget to alternate crafts. That's why I'm not saying just craft this and just craft that. I think the best craft in the workbench in terms of money, because none of them is going to make you money except the best ones that you have material for, and the green gunpowder. So after you do the prepper quest where you have to give him 10 M67 hand grenade as a forgiveness gesture, he allows you to buy those from him. So if you buy 2 of these, that's about 10,000 each worth. That's 20,000. And the smoke grenade is 5,000 from prepper, I think. And you make a green gunpowder worth 80,000, right? So this is gonna be my my go-to, my alternate, constantly alternating to green powder. And the main reason actually is not because I sell it. I used to. I can make this powder, this bullet, it's a really good bullet. You know, when these bullets sell for like 3,000 a bullet and you have 300 of them, that's a lot of cash. We're talking about a significant portion of 1,000,000 rubles. This bullet I like a lot. You know, you just need some nails. Some blue gunpowder is pretty cheap. You make the green. You just need a termite. You make this bullet, which is the preferred bullet by players. 300 times 2,800 is about 800,000 rubles. So that's a quick million right there. I like this bullet. This I think takes too many powders to make. So it's not really, if you make the, you take a calculator and you add up 80,000 twice, 160, and say 70,000 twice, 140, that's 300,000's worth of material, 350,000 with the blue. Do we have 350,000? About. So you're kind of making your money back, which is fine, but there's crafts that you can actually make money on. Like these, I think, too. You can make money on. These sell for like 20,000 each, 25,000 each. You can make the red gunpowder if you have some powder that was in your container also when you died and you can't sell them on market. You can transform them into powder that you can sell on market, right? So I like to do that too. I don't do this. I'll do this one sometimes just to alternate. Do this one. This is terrible, as you can tell. Like these go for much more than this. I'll do this whenever I can too. Did we just take a green powder? What did we just take? We took some AP bullets. What I'm going to do now is do the green powder. It's great to have a grenade box actually just to manage this kind of inventory stock. And when that's done, I'm probably going to buy a few of these. And since I had these SAS drives that we used for training strength skill purposes, you can actually use them here. You just need to buy a power bank, which goes for a lot, but you'll get a fleur from it. If you look at the fleur's price, 600,000, you're gonna make your money back, and I think a little bit more. Next. So I think that was probably the most complex station that we just went through. Next station, the Intelligence Center. So the Intelligence Center, you can craft your graphics cards if you need to give them to engineer for a mission. Right, you have access to the market. You just buy the parts and create this. It doesn't matter how much it costs you for a quest. It's for a quest, and then you move on. The alternate craft for me is probably this one because you can find most of these parts and just buy the next one. I'll alternate with that. I like to make the violet keycard. You just need to make sure your lab's keycards. You buy your lab's keycards when you have a chance, and you trade for them. There's like 2 or 3 trades that you can make for lab's keycard. If you look it up on the wiki, which I won't, you can look up Poxoram and Keck Tape for engineer. Will give you a lab's keycard. I think a mechanic will give you a lab's keycard for 7 GP coins. Also, so I saved the GP coins. I saved the Poxoram. I saved the Keck Tape. Then at some point, I just trade it. Maybe you need to buy one of these, some magnets, folders you can trade if you have some diaries, or just buy them when this is mostly there. Like, especially when I have a 12 key card kind of ready, you buy the yellow one, which is super cheap. And I make a violet, which is worth 6 million or 4 million. So it's not that bad. And, you know, you do a lot. You can make a vertex too if you have enough material. Not too bad for a vertex. Because this thing is worth what, 500, 200. And the graphics card, of course, you know, will sell for some cash. It will take a lot of time. This station, so I don't think I want to do this here with my power banks. I think I think the power bank is worth more than this. So you have to look it up on the market and say, okay, well, how much is this worth? Look it up on market. Well, that used to be a lot more. How much is this worth? Interesting. How much is this? And you kind of add them up together, right? So we looked at 40, 40, and 20 to make an item worth 90. So clearly that's not very interesting. You could spend the time building something else that might profit more, like something like this. You know, you get 2 of these. That seems more interesting. So Violet's key card, graphics card. And then if I have other nonsense electronics part, I'm gonna build whatever else. But it's super useful to build the material you need for a quest. Moving on, Bitcoin farm. So I used to have 50 cards. I sold like 10 yesterday, just to get this thing down a little bit, because I noticed that I don't play every day, and it's topping 3 out of 3, and it's not creating more. Unless you max the hideout, which you'll have then 5 slots. Max hideout skills. So I just decided to sell some and just kind of see where it goes at 33, at 25 cards, how I feel about it. Bitcoins might be the way to get money at first when it first wipes. Get this thing running fast, but after a while, it's not gonna give you much. I mean, a Bitcoin is 250,000 right now, 200,000. It's not a huge part of the economy as much. So you actually might want to reduce and sell those cards on market if you can while it's hot. If you don't need it after a while, maybe you've made, I don't know, 50 million, 70 million, God knows how. At some point, just let some of it go. You'll notice I'm skipping illumination, ventilation, stash, because these are just things that you have to do. The stash is, I haven't upgraded it. Not because you can't get the necessary, which is a mere 200,000 euros. You'll also notice the solar power is built. That also took about 150 euros or 75,000 euros. The way I go about it is I just sell like really good items. like the case here that I'm gonna get. I divide it by 128, the price by 128. So 400,000 divided by 128 is about 3,000 or yeah, 3,000 euros. I literally put that on market for 3,000 euros and someone buys it. And that's how you get there. Your bullets too. You divide the price 2,000 by, say it's 2,400 divided by 128. That's about 90 a bullet. You sell 90 a bullet times 300. That's is that like 4,000 euros or whatever? That's a lot, you know. You'll get there in no time. Water collector. I like it. I like the fact that I can craft a water filter with this station, lavatory, put it here, get a water, which then I use in the booze generator with sugar that I collect, because I prioritize sugar when I collect things, right? I put it into my container, then use that sugar if I died or not to make a booze. So even if I died, I can't sell it on market, I can still use the water filter that it is in my container, the sugar in my container, my secure container, transform it into value, exact value. Because this thing is going for 70,000 each, so that's 140 together, and one of them is 80. So 140 plus 80 is 220. This thing goes for 220. So you get the exact value back from the market. You can just use it to the scav, but you know what I'm going to do next time. I think I'm going to start doing. And the sugar also, what's great is you can actually craft sugar if you have chocolate. So if you also prioritize chocolate, which I do, sometimes I die with it, in my secure container, transform it into a sugar. That's why chocolate is worth 35,000. Right now, it's half of the sugar, right? And two of them to make a sugar. That's the basis of the economy is sugar. Okay. So we'll be right back with you. So I like the fact that I can make the water filter, the sugar, filter that together, make the booze, get all the value out of those items straight on market. Let's just do the med station real quick. Med station is pretty simple. You make meds. I used to overlook meds when I started the game, but meds is the basis of the economy also. Because you need meds to craft most items here, you'll notice. And the other items that you can craft, if you want to craft with this station and keep the crafts going, are the SJ6. The SJ6. But to make the SJ6, well, let me just say this. There's other things to craft, right? Like you can craft a LEDX for your quest. A great spot to craft a LEDX and get a LEDX for your quest. That's what I did. I think I bought 2 of these, did this, turned the thing, the generator on or not. It takes a day or so. And it takes about a week if you don't turn it on or more. So that's fine. But there's a lot of things that aren't worth much compared to maybe this. So this one you can make 2, 3 hours long. It'll take a power bank, transform this power bank into a defib. Defibs are used to trade for a tick box, I think. Something like that. So again, very hot item on market. You know, players need it for trades and stuff. So if I want to go to sleep, I want to put something that's worth a long time, I come back to this, right? I do the fleur here. When I go to sleep, I do the fleur. That's like 6 hours. I'll do the defib, 4 hours. Call it a day. But in terms of alternating here at the med station, this med is going to be the one that I keep alternating and coming back to. Now, again, you want to alternate crafts because that will give you points in your skill right here. If you don't alternate, you don't get the point after that. If you keep making the same, you don't get as many points as if you keep switching between two. So meds will be the alternating one. So what else is there here that either we don't lose money on or make money on? And there's not many. This one you kind of not lose money on. SJ6. It's a fine item to put on market. You can put it for 300 US. You know, it's 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. But for that, you need the SJ1s. Some people will buy it. I prefer to craft it. It's right here. To craft it, you need some basic material that I buy or find or make, right? Find these or you buy these. And then the propitals, you can also make those. And you need a golden star or meds. If you don't feel like buying a golden star at 200,000 or 100,000, very okay. Just buy 3 propitals, 25,000 each. But you can tell that the economy is really tight when it comes to these products because it's the basis of because a lot of players keep crafting the same things on the med station. I think it's just a regular part of everybody's fucking day. When it comes to crafters day. So we're gonna make the SJ1s because we need them to craft the SJ6. So we're gonna go there, send it. When this is done, go back to the meds. When this is done, SJ6, meds, SJ6, meds, SJ6, meds. Oh, we can't make it because we need more of these. SJ1s, meds, SJ6, meds, SJ6. You get it? That's pretty much the flow. Around here, we have rest. Library increases your points. Eating. These are for player gets his energy back. The air filtering unit. I don't think I'm going to build it anymore. I have not seen a difference or much using it. I didn't need it to boost skills. You can just do a physical strength training, endurance training. Maybe if it's your second wipe, you have a lot of cash. You feel like maybe improving your skills more. I don't know. But if you're a new player, don't build it. Don't use it. Don't throw grenades to increase strength. It's a waste of time. Just buy your documents full of SAS drive and train your strength passively. And finally, the nutrition unit. Alternating my crafts with the sugar. You get enough chocolate. You always come back to the sugar. And I like to make whatever I can make here in terms of food. Whatever you get. You see, I can make this one. I'll make this one. This one's missing a water bottle. You know, I'll come back here, buy a water bottle, start this one, maybe sell this or use these. The bad trade. The bad trade. You know, most of them are pretty bad trades, I think. This is a fine trade. So making food here, food here, food here, kind of alternating with the sugar. Send some sugar, some chocolate, some sugar that we then use here. So as long as I feel as you can craft something, use it here, craft something, use it there, craft something here, reuse it. You know, and this thing is kind of self-sufficient, and all you kind of have to remember is what do I have? What do I like to keep in my raid, right? What do I like to take from my raid? And there's only like a few items, right? From whatever you like to craft. And these are the kind of items that you keep on your person. You know, next raid, I know I'm going to keep like 3 bolts, 3 nuts. I'm going to sell the rest, you know? So all of these items should be going into your Lucky Scav Drunk box. And I mean, you can tell here already. Power banks, we understand now. Green battery, Tetris sells for a Bitcoin. The Poxaram Keck trades for a key card. The tapes, right, we use for the Keck tape creation. Bolts 1, 2, 3. Nuts 1, 2, 3. The nails are used to create the bullets. These are used for a trade or craft of the blue gas. These are used for a trade for the gray gas, which I then use. Instead of buying blue, I just use my gray. Termite for bullets. CPU fans for graphics cards. I've kept a few here just in case I don't like my changes. CPUs, DVD CPUs are to, and RAM are to create graphics cards, circuit boards too. Wires, I think, were used for something, but clearly I have too many, so I'll just get rid of some. Right, the diaries, rating for a key card. Need 4 of each type, the green one and the black one. The Nixer is used for the FLIR, right? The FLIR. Flash drives might be used for something. We'll find it something to do. The intelligence documents are used to create the purple or violet keycard. Paper, scissor, that's used for creating water filters. Water filters used in the water filtering station. Gunpowder used for bullet creation. And as you can tell, that's really all I keep here, mostly. Might have a strange item here and there, but that's it. Like the paracord. Might use for a sick case trade. I'm still not sure if I want another sick. But as you can tell, you don't need much more. If this thing gets full, start asking yourself questions. Do I need 12 CPU fans? Yeah, but probably not. Just go ahead and sell some on market. You know, keep 8 or whatever the fuck the number is. All right. That's it for today. Let's see what else we have in terms of tutorial for next video.